Good morning, everybody. J.R. Fisher here. Good to see you. I want to welcome you to Friday. This is, I'm trying to think, we'll probably have a session next week, but this is going to be one of the last ones for the year. One of the few. Okay, so there'll probably be another one. But I want to welcome everybody. We're going to be talking about success today. If you're interested in success, you want to stay. If you don't care about success, you want to leave, okay? Because this is not for you. I can tell you that right now. Don't forget to subscribe if you would. I want to check my volume here because my mic didn't look like it was working. But it is working. Okay, it is working. I didn't see one of the little bars moving, so it kind of made me wonder. And I'm using a cordless microphone here too. Those things get funky. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn all. That was terrible. There we go. Don't forget to ring the bell and turn on all notifications. That way you'll know when I go live or if I upload a video. So this is an exciting session today. And we're going to talk about, oh my gosh, we're going to talk about success. It's like one of the scariest and most exciting words we know, isn't it? Success. And then we get down to the point where, when we talk about success, what exactly is it? I think it's a really hard one to determine. What is it? I mean, is it a big paycheck? Is it a lot of money in the bank? Is it having a really cool car, a big house, being married to somebody who's really good looking, or having a boyfriend, girlfriend that's very hot? I mean, what is success? It's a hard thing to really quantify. So in today's session, I'm going to focus on one thing about being successful in business, okay? Being successful in business. And you can put, whatever labels and all those other things if you want about what success is, but I'm just going to talk about business today. This channel is all about starting, running, and growing online businesses, so I think business is the way to go. Now, I'm going to give you 8 really simple rules to follow. If you follow these rules, you just can't fail. You can't fail. And, I wrote the other day what failure is, because a lot of times we misinterpret what failure is. To give you an example, the other day I did a live, and about halfway through, maybe 3/4 of the way through, the thing just stopped. Everything stopped. Nothing worked, and it failed. Or did it? I don't know. It didn't work anymore, but I don't consider that a failure. I consider it a learning point. I had moved some stuff, which I think caused it. But you know what? I think really, and I posted this online the other day, failure, the definition of failure is not trying. That's the definition of failure. Did you get it wrong? Did you think it was trying something and it not working out? No. The definition of failure is not trying. Not trying is failure. I think that's what I put. And I think that's very true because I can't count how many failures I've had. I did an interview yesterday with a business choreographer, and he helps businesses run and grow and invest in businesses. And he said, "Have you had any failures along the way?" I was like, "Oh my God, we could do a session that's 10 times as long if you want to talk about my failures, because I had a whole lot more of those than I did successes." But I don't look at it that way. I look at it as things I tried that I learned from. When you try something and it doesn't work out, you just learn what doesn't work. You learn to change that thing. That's all that is. It's not failure. So, don't beat yourself up. Don't tell yourself that, oh my gosh, I'm such a failure because I tried this and it didn't work. So let's get into these steps, these rules, whatever you want to call them. It's an outline, I guess. The number one thing you got to do is be passionate. If you look at really successful people, and we're going to just talk business right now, they're very passionate about what they do. They're very excited about what they do. You can see the energy start to flow when they start to talk about it. It's like nothing you'll ever see. If you ever watch an interview with Elon Musk and he starts talking about one of his companies, oh my God, he gets so excited about it. He's like so excited. And if you're not passionate, if you don't live with passion, why are you doing it anyway? Why would you want to do it? If you build these careers, you continue your jobs, not really your passion, you're really kind of selling yourself short. You're not doing what you could be doing. It's like that guy that's a tech consultant. He really wanted to be a lead singer of a band, okay? He's been doing this job and he's making money, but he's just not fulfilled. You don't want to be that way. If you really do what you want to do, you're going to be more creative. You're going to be more motivated. You're going to be more turned on. You're going to be so much more likely to be very financially and personally prosperous, okay? Katharine Hepburn, a great actress, she said this. I got her quote right here on the screen. If you have to support yourself, you had bloody, You know, it's so true. If you gotta do something during the day, during the night, you gotta work and you gotta supply income to feed yourself, to house yourself, to do all this. It should be interesting. It should be fun. And if it's interesting to you, you're gonna be passionate. So my first thing I want to tell you is be passionate. Be excited about this. And if you're not excited, find something that does excite you. I love doing these lives. I love talking to you. I love sharing these ideas with you. I love talking to you one-on-one. I really enjoy it. So I'm passionate about it, and that's what you need to do. You need to be passionate. You need to be super excited about it. And if you're not, find something else. The next one, you're not going to want to hear. I promise you're not going to want to hear this one. Most people don't, but you got to work hard. That's one thing that Elon, and I use Elon as a reference a lot because I think he's a very good businessman, but that's one thing that a lot of people try to avoid. A lot of people want to get their own business, want to work online so that they can work less. I'm telling you, I work more now than I've ever worked. And you say, well, it's a shame because you have enough money to live, don't you? Yeah, I do, but that's not the point. I'm passionate about it. We're going to get back to number one. I'm passionate about it, so I don't mind working hard. I don't mind doing that. Don't ever fool yourself. Success comes from really hard work. It always has. It always will. You always see these singers who, all of a sudden are overnight sensation at 20 years old or 21 years old. And then you look at their background and you find out they started singing when they were 6 years old in the church orchestra, and they did county fairs, and they sang in bars, and they did all these different things. I watched the Brothers Osborne. They came to San Diego, and it was a number of years ago, probably 6, 7 years ago, we went to see them. And they had packed the place. It was a Hard Rock Cafe. And they packed it. It was just packed full of people. And the one brother said, it's so nice to see all of you guys here. He said, because for years, we were in a van, and we drove from bar to bar to bar, and we performed at these bars, and sometimes we would have 3 or 4 people in the bar. And he says, the sad thing was, that was the employees. So all that fame they have, and you look at them and you go, oh, wow, they're really lucky, they're famous. They work their butts off to get there. You've got to work hard. You really do. And you might find that although you're doing all of the heavy lifting, that there's no satisfaction in a job well done, okay? But you got to remember, you need to rely on others. So make sure that you surround yourself with really good people, okay? Really people who are going to support you, people who are going to tell you good things. Margaret Thatcher, who was very famous, right, in England, what was her quote? I think I got a quote for each one of these I'm talking about today. She says, I do not know anyone who has got to the top without hard work. This is the recipe. It will not always get you to the top, but you should get, but should get you pretty near. In other words, if you work hard enough, you're going to outwork other people, and work has a result. Work has things that are coming back to you. Let's see here. Hey, the micro, bro. What's wrong with the micro? Happy guy, tell me what's wrong with the micro. Or micro. Let me see here. I can change it if it's a problem. Tell me what it's doing wrong here. What is he saying? I'm going to turn mine up on my computer here. Oh, I see. It's got some static on it. Okay, let me fix that. Hang on 1 second. 1 second, and I will switch it. Thank you for telling me, too. I do appreciate it. All right, it was not like that before. Hang on. Okay, how was that? Does that sound better? Okay, how was that? Does that sound better? All right, thank you. All right, I don't know why it was doing that. I have no idea why all that static was there, but I got rid of it. Happy guy, tell me if that's okay. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, it was very kind of you to let me know because I don't have any way of knowing on my end. So anyhow, let me get back to my notes here and what we're talking about being successful. And we were on hard work. And you know what the thing that drives me nuts about hard work is there's so many people out there that are preaching you don't have to do it. They're selling some program and they're saying, hey, you can work 4 hours a week and we'll pretty much manage your business for you and you can make millions of dollars. That's BS. It doesn't happen. It never will happen. There's no way you can buy success. It doesn't work that way. You have to earn success. Some people will win the lottery, and what happens to those people? They don't do well. Okay, so bottom line is, if you want success, if you want true success, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to put in the time and the hours and the effort, and it's going to be hard and it's going to be difficult, and sometimes you're not going to want to do it. I mean, I do a lot of these lives. I usually do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's not like every single day I wake up and go, man, I can't, I'm so excited, I want to go do a live. I don't always do that. Some days I don't feel like it. Some days I don't want to do it, but I know it's important. I know it's something I have to do to hit an end goal, and that end goal is to build a channel, get more subscribers, help you out. I mean, that's what I'm here for, to help you out. That's my goal here. So when somebody says, hey, I tried this and I made some money, or I did this and I got more leads, or I did this and, this ad work, that makes me feel great, okay? Now, the next one, number 3, we're up to number 3 now. Be really good at what you do. I mean, really good at what you do. And what I mean by that is successful people strive for greatness, not mediocrity. They don't. They want to be one of the best. They want to be the best. You got to push yourself and your team. Okay, everybody who works with you got to push it. They've got to be pushed. If you want to ensure that you're going to reach your ultimate potential, you got to push yourself and other people too. It has to be done. And be sure to celebrate your wins. Okay, that doesn't mean that you got to push yourself all the time and never give yourself credit. I don't mean that at all. Okay. You got to celebrate your wins, but don't take too big of breaks, right? Don't celebrate for 2 weeks and work for 2 days. It doesn't work that way. It's going to keep your colleagues engaged. It will also keep your clients and your customers in franchise, okay? If you haven't read the book From Good to Great, Crowd Copy, it's really good. In it, he says, James C. Collins said, greatness is not a function of circumstances. Greatness, it turns out, is largely a matter of conscious choice and discipline. Conscious choice and discipline. What is that? What is it that, what is it that really keeps people going? You got muted, have you guy put a word in there. Sorry about that. It's not that big of a deal, but YouTube will block all search words, so keep that in mind when you post your comments there. No big deal. Lindsay Hill, what's going on, girl? Good to see you here. Matter of fact, I should be putting some of these comments on the screen. I'm so into what I'm doing today that there's Lucy, good to see you, Lucy Hill. Tell me where you're from. She says the sound is so bad. I think it probably was, which was not turn it up here and see what it is. Oh, wow, it's still got that static. I don't know why it's doing it. It's gracious. Let me try here. Let's see if that works. I don't know why it's doing it. It has connection. Let's see here. Hang on one second. Let me see what I can do. Let's see what we can do. Okay, maybe I've got it fixed. Let me know. I'm going to turn up my volume here. Okay, maybe I've got it fixed. Does that sound better, guys? Let me know if that's working for you. Does that sound better, guys? Let me know if that's working for you. Oh, good. Thank you so much, Lucy. I really appreciate it. See, I turn my volume down because I get an echo, so I don't know what you're saying. Uh, And there we go. Well, I don't, excuse me, I can't hear myself. We are waiting for you. Thank you so much. And I think we got it fixed. Let me know if there's any issues. I'm going to be monitoring these comments over here. I appreciate you guys helping me out. I really do. Because I don't know from my end. I just don't know from my end. So I appreciate that. Okay. So let's get back to my list here. And where was I at on my list? I think I was on number 3, wasn't I? About being good at stuff. I mean, you really, really have to be good. You got to be one of the best out there. That's what you want to do. Thank you so much, Lucy Hill. I appreciate it. Very sweet of you. Next thing I'm going to talk about. This is number 4 now, and this is going to be focus. And guys, we talked about in the beginning what success is, and I think success right now is getting that sound fixed, right? I mean, there's so many little things in life. I could have said, hey, the sound's off. I'm going to just go ahead and stop. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. It's so terrible. But it's not a big deal. It's just not a big deal. You're going to have things like this throughout life. I think so often, and I'll wait to the end before I tell you this. Wait till the end. I've got something really good for you. I think it's going to help you out today for the rest of the day and maybe the rest of your life. Focus. Next one is focus. Focus always precedes success. When it's not possible without a clear emphasis on what matters most, and all leaders constantly need to remind themselves of this just big truth, okay? Focus requires the pursuit of mission and vision, okay? You really do have to be focused. You can't just randomly go out and be successful. I talked about the singing duo that I went and saw, who's wildly successful now, but for years they weren't. They went out and they focused. They went out and played clubs. They went out and they wrote songs. They went out and entertained. They just did it over and over. They were focused. That's what they decided to do. Jack Welch, who's one of the richest guys in America, he says good business leaders create vision, articulate the vision, passionately own the vision, and relentlessly drive to completion. That's what you need to do. It's got to be done every single day. You've got to wake up every day with focus. You can't just wake up and randomly go, well, let's see what happens today. And I know so many people do that. They're like, well, let's see what somebody asked me to do or makes me do. Richard Branson. I love Richard Branson. I think he's a really great guy, good family man, just seems like a kind person. He said, far too many people don't excel in life because they are too afraid of taking the necessary steps to achieve their dreams. Some manifest fear as a safeguard from failure. Others don't even try, believing that they are restricted by limits. Here's the big one, he said, while too many people get caught up in the status quo. What is the status quo? Well, we're told from the time we're little kids, go to school, get good grades, get a job, retire. And that status quo keeps the majority of the people poor around the world because they think they're trying to work for a job instead of trying to self-actualize, instead of trying to feel like they're fulfilled in life. If you go at it at a different angle, I mean, I know I did. If you go at it at a different angle, you're gonna be very successful and you're gonna be much happier. Don't constrain yourself to thinking inside the box. Okay, that's an old saying, but it's true. And don't allow fear to get in your way. Fear is nothing. It's just nothingness is what it is. Today, people expect more than ordinary for you to need to be extraordinary. Okay, they expect more. You got to be more. To get noticed, to build strong relationships with your target market. Whether you sell a product or a service or you're making a video or whatever it is, you've got to really, really try. Let me see here. Lucy has a comment. I want to get her on the screen here. We can all share in that. She says, question, what's the number one genuine reason that makes people wealthier? Wow. Number one, gosh, now you're really pinning me down. I would say work ethic. I would say that's the biggest one because, even if you've got bad ideas or you're doing stuff wrong, if you work hard enough, you can even make bad ideas work. Okay. But if you don't have a good work ethic, if you don't work hard, that's the thing, man. And I've known a lot of people, very wealthy people, and I have never known a wealthy person who's been really successful who hasn't worked hard. I've never known it. Yes, there are lottery winners. Everybody always brings that up. Well, lottery winners, they don't work. Yeah. And follow what happens to them once they get the money. That's not wealth. That's not wealth at all. Okay. That's luck. Okay. And that's not even a good kind of luck, you know, but I will say this, they're lucky. Why? Because they played the lottery. I will never be lucky in that way because I'm not going to play the lottery, because the lottery is a tax on people who can't do math. Okay. Overall, you're going to lose. It's not a good thing. So I guess that would be my best answer to that. I hope that helps, and it's a boring, not fun answer. I get it, but it's very true. Now, the next one, a lot of people don't realize that this is very important. And I would say, Lucy, this goes along with it. This one here is called serving others. Serving others. Customer service excellence has always been and always will be one of the critical competitive advantages for any business. Now, you think about this. When you go into a restaurant and you're greeted by the owner at the hostess stand or host stand, and they walk you over to your table and they let you know, hey, I'm the owner. Anything you need, I'll take care of you. You're going to feel a lot better than if you're greeted by some teenager and they're like, yeah, you could sit at that table over there. There's a big difference in that. There's a big difference in that. There was a restaurant in San Diego, and they've sold it since then, so it's not the same restaurant, but it was called Robin Bud's New Orleans something cafe. And one of the owners was the chef in the back, and the other owner was the host up front. And they ran that restaurant so seamlessly. It was a pleasure to go there. It was a pleasure to eat there. It was a pleasure to be greeted there. Everything about it was awesome. It really was. And it's because they knew about service. Meeting your customers' needs will help you build a very strong, memorable brand. Be responsive, listen, observe, then you will create value. Learn from mistakes. Okay. Bill Gates said this, and I'm not a fan of Bill Gates, but he had a good quote. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Figure out what you're doing wrong. Figure out what it is you messed up. That unhappy customer, that's the one you gotta listen to. Okay. And I know when we have a problem or somebody contacts us or whatever, I try to contact them back immediately. If I see it and I'm in my car somewhere, I'll pull off into a parking lot and I'll say, hey, I'll either call the office or I'll do it. And I'll call that person and say, we need to take care of this person immediately. And they're like, well, they just put in their request like an hour ago. I said, I know. And an hour has passed already. And here's the funny thing with complaints or problems. They get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger the longer you wait. But most businesses will say, well, I'm going to ignore that. That'll probably go away. It's not going away. I'm telling you, it's not going away. It never goes away. And you say, well, I never heard back from the person. No, but you lost a customer. But now they're out talking about you and they're saying bad things about your business. You may have not heard back from them, but believe me, damage is being done if you don't take care of that customer. It's so very important to do that immediately. There's just no waiting on that stuff. The next thing I'll tell you is to be persistent. Okay. Business development and entrepreneurship should be built out of love. Okay. And any great love requires passion and persistence for you to capture your dream. You have got to be persistent. You can't quit no matter what. I've had many opportunities to quit my business. And when I say opportunities, I mean things went horribly wrong. Although you're going to experience setbacks and failures, you'll also find success and triumph. Okay. Maya Angelou said this. She says, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so that you know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. Very, very strong words, very strong, interesting words from a very strong person. And let me switch screens here real quick. And guys, feel free, put any comments, questions in there. It doesn't have to be just when my sound is messed up. You can talk to me. You can tell me who you are, what you're looking to do. I love questions. We've only got a few minutes left. So if you want to do that, please do that as soon as you can. Get in there, put some comments. Also, I know like 99% of the people that watch my videos watch them on their schedule, not mine. So they're unable to go to a live on a Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time. So, if that's the case, you can still put your comments in the comment section below the video. Once it's up on YouTube, feel free to do that. While it's live, you won't have a comment section, but after it's live, you will. And I have a lot of links too in that description right below the video. So you may want to check out some of that there if you want to get some more learnings. Okay. Learnings. You want to learn some more. I have a lot of links in there that you can click on and learn a whole lot more stuff. So that's what I've got for you today. I will tell you, your life, you're not waiting for something to happen. Okay. It's not a waiting game. A lot of people say, well, I can't wait till I get out of school and get a good job, or I can't wait till I get that promotion, or I can't wait till I get that perfect husband or wife, or I can't wait till we have kids. Everything's going to be great then. Hey, I can't wait till these teenagers are out of the house, okay, and I don't have to deal with them anymore. I can't wait till I can retire and really enjoy my life. Guys, don't wait. Don't wait. Just go ahead and do it now. I know today may not be perfect. Everything may not be going your way, but this is your life. Every day is your life. Every single day of it does count, okay? Every single day you live, it counts. So you got to make it count too. You got to make it count. Does that make sense to you? And if it does, hit me up in the chat section, the comment section, give me a thumbs up, do something to let me know that you get that. You're not waiting for anything. Every day you wake up is your life. And the bad thing is, if you're waiting for something to happen, you're not really living in that moment anymore. You're not enjoying the one moment you do have. You're waiting for something else on down the road. Or what's worse is a lot of people live in regret. They look back and they go, oh my God, this thing happened to me, and this thing went wrong, and this thing went sideways, and oh my God, this is so horrible. And the thing is, you can't change the past. I've seen so many people try to change the past. They get so angry at the past. They're mad at the past. They don't like the past. But you know what? You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it. It's all behind you. Absolutely all behind you. The only thing that you can deal with is what's in front of you right now today. As a matter of fact, you can't deal with anything that's going to happen tomorrow. Not right now, right? You got to wait till it happens tomorrow. So understand that each day it's a gift. And it sounds so corny. When I was a kid and people told me each day is a gift, I thought, oh boy, that's corny. Nothing's more important than your health. Oh boy, that's corny. All those corny things I heard, you know what? They all make sense now. And hopefully they make sense to you. And if they don't, keep listening. I've got 1,300 videos on this channel. It was funny yesterday. I was doing the interview, and I'm going to leave in just 1 second, but I was doing an interview, and the guy who announced me said, yeah, and he's got 13,000 videos on YouTube. I'm like, 13,000? So I sat down and I calculated if you had 13,000 videos, you'd have to do a video every single day for 35 years. And I have not done that. I have not done that. Okay. I'm working on it. YouTube hasn't been around for 35 years. They started 2004, I think it was, something like that. You can correct me in the comment section, but and put in there when it did start, if I got that wrong, or tell me if I'm right. But bottom line is, I put a lot of effort into this. I really want to help you guys out. I really want to help you achieve what you want to achieve. So, once I'm gone from this live session, it doesn't mean I'm gone. I still look at comments. I still look at suggestions. I still look at questions, and I want to help you out. Nobody answers these comments but me. I'm in. Okay. So feel free to put comments in there. I've answered thousands of them, and I love doing it. So please put that in there. I do want to thank everybody that showed up today, and thank you with my sound. I'm sorry my sound was messed up. I have no idea why that happened. I will look at all my connections. I used the same mic setup yesterday for an interview, and it worked fine the whole time. Go figure. Things go wrong. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Turn it from red to gray. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or if I upload a video. Thanks so much. I'll probably see you on Monday. Talk to you later.